Nine term. All right. Yeehaw. And there we go. Just a few more seconds and everybody should be with us. Okay. Good evening, BodyWell. Dr. Pat here. And tonight let's try that again. Oh, trying that again. I got kicked out. I don't know what happened there. All right.
God. What funny.
That was an interesting moment for me. I haven't ever been kicked out of my own Zoom call, but that was kind of cool. All right. So tonight we got a very important masterclass, and I want to appreciate everybody for coming out and spending some quality time with me, right? So, as you know, our purpose at BodyWell is to check, educate, and adjust as many families as possible toward the best of health. And the purpose of our master classes is to help you achieve those results faster, right? And what does that actually mean when we're working toward the best of health? Well, let's work backwards on that for a moment. And we'll start by asking the most important question. What is it in our body that controls our health? What is it that controls whether or not we're alive? Right? You got it. That's your brain, right? Your brain, your spinal cord. Those are the parts of our body. That is the part of our body which literally determines our entire experience in life, right? And the spine, what is the job of the spine? Let me see a show of hands if anybody knows the job of the spine. Is it to give us pain, to make us miserable, to make us hate getting out of bed? Is that the job of the spine? I hope not, right? The job of the spine is to protect
Help us move.
connection between our brain and our body. And the healthier our spine is, the better it does that job, right? The less healthy our spine becomes, the poorer it does that job. Now, the better your spine does its job of protecting the connection between your brain and your body, the better your body functions. That is key to achieving the best of health. Right? So tonight, right, we're looking at how can we increase the ways in which we optimize our spine, get our spine back to the best that we can get it to. And we use the descriptor of a three-legged stool, right? And a three-legged stool, imagine if you have a three-legged stool, if one of the legs comes out, can you balance on that? On just two legs? It's a bit more challenging. And if there's just one leg, boy, you're in serious trouble there, right? So having a three-legged stool, if you're equally putting equal pressure on all three legs, right, that's where you're going to be most balanced, right? And so the first two legs, right, are, well, they're the magic sauce that actually allows your body to know what it needs to do in order to heal, right? And we describe those very simply. It's getting your adjustments in rhythm. And I'm going to define those things for you in a moment. Second leg is getting your exercises, your corrective exercises in rhythm. And again, I'm going to describe that for you a bit better in a moment. And the final leg, the third leg, is identifying the things which are holding you back, right? And I want to start with that one tonight, the things that are holding us back. And I'm going to give you a very, very simple example on that. Now, how many of you have ever had a cut on your finger? Show of hands there, cuts on your finger. And did you really need to do anything in order for it to heal? And for most people, they might say, oh, I had to clean it. Yeah, it's important to keep it clean, right? But part of the reason that we bleed when we get a cut is so that our body can clean out the cut and make sure that it gets all the dirt out of there, right? And after that, really, you don't have to do much. Just wait, right? And before you know it, you look down and the cut is gone and there's not even a scar there, right? And that's, of course, best case scenario, right? However, that process of repairing, regenerating, right, is not unique to your finger. Every part of your body, if it is alive, has the capacity to regenerate itself and to make itself new again and to make itself stronger, right? Now, if you take that same cut and every day you decide to rub it on sandpaper, is that cut ever going to heal? And the answer to that is no, it's not going to get a chance to heal because you continue to aggravate it again and again and again. And when we talk about eliminating the things that are holding you back, it's literally identifying the sandpaper, right? And getting your finger off the sandpaper. Stop doing the things that are preventing your body from being able to heal itself, right? Now, can I identify all of those in tonight's masterclass? No, I can't. And in fact, we need your help in identifying those things, right? And if you need coaching on, well, what can you do to help improve that? That's what we're here for, is to help coach you on identifying the things that are holding you back and then helping you to find a way to get past those and to overcome those challenges, right? Simple ones. A person who drives for their work and they're in their vehicle for multiple hours per day and they're driving and they've got this posture where their head is shifting forward because they're staring intently at the road, right? And then they wonder why they're getting neck pain and why they're getting pain coming out into their arms, right? Well, that posture is not great for your neck, right? That head shifting forward is not good. Figuring out how to reposition the seat in your vehicle so that your head can be back in its neutral position where it's over your shoulders will take the strain off your neck and allow that part of your body to begin healing. Now, the same is true for every part of your body. Again, if you're putting it under extra strain, if you're putting sandpaper on it every day and wondering why isn't it healing, well, we need to investigate. We need to figure out what activity, what thing is it that you're doing that's preventing the parts of your body from healing. Now, I'm not going to delve into every possibility on that tonight, but I want you to begin thinking about that. What are the things that you could do to remove the sandpaper, the things that are holding you back, preventing things from healing? And if you need help on creating a solution, that's why we're here. Just ask. All right. So, next, the other two legs talk about getting your adjustments in rhythm and getting your exercises in rhythm. And what does rhythm actually mean? Rhythm, very simply, is how your brain predicts what's going to occur next, right? And by predicting what it's going to do next, it allows it to prepare the body for it and to ensure that it's easier on the body, right? And a couple of classic examples of rhythm. For those of you who wake at the same time every morning and you do that over a period of time, you know that you'll start waking up 5 minutes before that alarm goes off. And you think, well, I got to go back to sleep. No, your brain is already creating the chemistry needed for you to wake up, and it makes the process of waking in the morning easier on your body, right? So having that type of rhythm, right, associated to your adjustments, associated to your exercises, is one of the ways that you can massively increase your healing capacity, right? So, what are the things that we can do to encourage creating a rhythm, right? Well, I'll give you another classic example of a rhythm that many people experience and confuse it a bit, right? Eating lunch at the same time every day, right? And you do that for a period of time. Let's say you go to work, and as a result of going to work, you have your lunch at the same time. And you notice that 15 minutes before your lunchtime, your stomach begins to rumble. And you think, my goodness, I'm hungry. I promise you, it's not that you're hungry. It's that your body knows that you're getting ready to feed it. And it begins preparing your digestive tract. And that preparation makes the process of digesting the food much easier on your body. That is a classic rhythm, right? And Creating rhythms in your body, is it easy? Is it quick? No, it's not easy and it's not quick, but it's very valuable and it's an important tool. And here's the other element of it. You can create healthy rhythms and you can create unhealthy rhythms. And you definitely want to create a healthy rhythm related to your adjustments and your exercises, right? So, give you an example. You're coming into BodyWell and you're coming in to get an adjustment, you're getting some deep tissue work done, you're getting some stretching done, but you have a tendency to leave it to the last minute to jump in your car. And then you're racing through traffic and you're shouting at people because they're cutting you off, right? And you're racing around the roundabouts, right? And you're zipping through traffic and you're holding on to the steering wheel and you're racing to get here. What type of chemistry is that creating in your body? Is that creating a healing chemistry, right? Or is that creating a stress response? And the answer is it's a stress
Cortisol,
response,
adrenaline.
right?
Yes.
And is a stress response good for your body's healing? No, it's actually counterproductive. It actually is one of the things that causes our body to break down. When we're in a stress response over prolonged periods, that will cause the body to break down. So, is that the type of chemistry you want to be creating in your brain in preparation for getting an adjustment? Is that the chemistry you want in your brain in preparation for getting your deep tissue or for getting your stretching or your PT, whatever you're getting, whatever services you're getting that are helping your process for healing? You certainly don't want to create a rhythm that is a stress response in preparation for that activity, right? So, how can you change that? It's real simple. Number one, prepare ahead of time to leave early so you're not in a rush. Prepare that journey as part of your healing process, right? Know that you're going to have your bottle of water there to get hydrated in the process of getting to BodyWell, right? So you're on the way, and rather than waiting until after you get your treatment to get hydrated, start hydrating on the way. Why? Hydration helps the body to heal. You can turn on some relaxing music, right? Instead of focusing on how horrible the drivers are out there, focus on your inner peace, right? Take some deep breaths. Mentally visualize your posture correcting. See in your mind's eye your posture, your head coming back over your shoulders. You're standing more upright, right? In fact, you can actually use that time to do some postural corrective exercises. Work on bringing your head back over your shoulders, right? Instead of grabbing the steering wheel at 10 and 2 and gripping it tight, try turning your hands down. Get them at, at 4 o'clock and at 7 o'clock so that they're under the steering wheel. It lets the shoulders drop out of your earlobes, right? Now, many people say, wait a second, right? That's not safe for driving. Actually, today they're saying it's a safer way to drive, especially if your car has airbags, right? If your car has airbags and your hands are up top, the airbags can actually throw your hands into your face and cause greater injury if you did get into an accident. Now, not encouraging any accidents, no more, right? But hands underneath the steering wheel does help the shoulders to be more relaxed. So you're hydrating. Deep breathing, getting your body into a more relaxed state, visualizing the corrections that have to occur, right? Seeing your spine moving into a healthier position, listening to some relaxing music, arriving for your adjustment, arriving for your deep tissue, for your stretching, for your PT, whatever you're coming for. Arrive 5, 6, 7 minutes early so that you're not in a rush coming in. Take the time when you get inside. If you're still feeling stressed, take some time to calm yourself, to do some deep breathing, get yourself into that relaxed state, right? Now, when you go and you're getting your adjustment and your body is already in a relaxed state, it's reinforcing that relaxed state in your brain. And if you do that consistently each time that you're coming, right, your body will begin to predict that chemistry and it'll begin to create it as soon as you jump in the car. you'll start to feel more relaxed when you jump in the car because you know you're on your way to get your adjustment. Now, once you get your adjustment, once you get your deep tissue, all whatever services you're getting, does that mean it's time to race back out and get into my car and start screaming at traffic? No, you're still in your healing process. Take the rest of that time on your way back to your life, right? To continue that healing process, to really reinforce that chemistry that you've created for healing. Now, you do that, and I promise you, the value of your adjustments, the value of your treatments here goes up exponentially, right? Why? If the goal is to get the fastest results and to get the best results and to achieve the best of health, then your actions leading up to and following your care here really determine if you're going to get the maximum benefit, right? So, next, creating a similar type of rhythm related to the exercises that you do at home. And I know many people, oh, I hate laying on that dinner roll. Oh, it's so uncomfortable. And they're thinking about that in the 10 minutes leading up to doing it. Now, is that going to create a healing rhythm in their body, or is that going to create a stress response in their body? And you got it. That's a stress response. And I promise you, that will slow down the process significantly. You can do the same exact thing that you've done for arriving to get your treatments here while you're at home in preparation for doing your exercises. Create a routine, create a rhythm, get yourself hydrated, do some deep breathing. Think about and visualize your postural correction. See your spine moving into a healthier position, right? Turn on that music to get yourself into a more relaxed state and do that for 10 minutes before you engage in your exercises so that your body chemistry is in a healing state before you do your exercises. Then when you complete your exercises, does that mean it's time to jump right back into your stress? No, keep it up, right? Maintain that healing response in your body. Keep it for the next 10 minutes. If you do that and combine that with being very consistent with the timing of when you do your exercises. If you're doing your exercises in the morning, do them at the same time every morning, right? If you're doing them in the evening, do them at the same time every evening. It makes it much easier for your brain to predict that chemistry if you're doing it at a consistent time, right? Similar to how it predicted your lunch, right? If you're consistent in timing, if you're consistent in creating that routine, that ritual associated to it that creates a healing response in your body, I promise you the exercises are significantly more effective at helping you achieve that healthier position for your spine. So, the three-legged stool, right? First leg, identifying the sandpaper, right? Find the things that are holding you back, preventing you from healing, right? If you don't know how to correct those things that are holding you back, ask us. We will help you to identify a way to remove that sandpaper so that your body can begin doing what it already knows how to do, to heal and repair and to regenerate itself, right? Number 2 and 3, create a healing rhythm associated to your treatments here at BodyWell. Create that same healing rhythm associated to the exercises that you do. And I promise you put those 3 together and it's like rocket fuel for your healing, right? It will take you to the next level and making sure that you're getting not only the best of health, but you're getting it the fastest way possible. All right. I appreciate each and every one of you coming out, spending time with me. I hope, right, that you take something powerful away from this evening. Commit yourself. It's January. It's a great time to get recommitted, right? I know many people, the Christmas holidays, it threw them off. It threw off their routine and their ritual related to their treatment. It threw it off for their exercises. But you know what? We're coming to the end of January, right? The days are getting longer. It's time to get recommitted to your health, right? recommitted to creating the best of health for your life, right? I look forward to being part of that process with you, right? Thank you again for coming out and spending time with me on this wonderful Tuesday evening. You all have a fabulous evening, and we'll look forward to seeing you for your next adjustment. Have a great evening. Take care.
Thank you.